Volvo Penta invited a group of international journalists for a behind-the-scenes tour of its 20,000 square meter plant and European distribution center in Vara, Sweden. Here the engine builder manufactures its D3, D4, and D6 marine diesel engines, commercial gensets, and a number of Volvo Penta's classified projects. Each year, the facility produces an average of 7,000 to 8,000 engines, but it is capable of delivering up to 15,000 if needed.
Every single engine that we build here are custom built, so there is nothing built to stock or anything like that. It's an end customer on each and every one of the engines. This is the D3 line, and the production here is leveled at 5,000 engines per year. We're currently producing about 12 to 1,300 per year. And the base engine here is a Volvo Cars 5-cylinder 3-liter engine. And this is the way it arrives to us. The supermarket is a place where we receive the material from our suppliers in pallets. And then we repack it, because as I said, we want to make sure that we have the material 2 hours in advance with the assembly on the assembly line. This is what the blocks look like before we have started machining them. As you can see, these are painted before they get here, and it's because we don't want them to rust. So we get them a base painting from the foundry. To measure this block on each and every single measure point takes, with a measuring machine or measuring robot, about 24 hours. Today, the base engines are at this hour, one engine's behind, but the assembly line is 2 engines ahead. That will even out during the day. That's sort of a way of looking at the health of where we are right now. This one is, the customer is Princess, and it's also an IPS 600, and this one should be painted green. And we have some 70 base specifications and 15 to 20 options. It's what we call a round robin engine, which means that's a specified engine with special known values. It's one way for us to make sure that when we upgrade the test cells, we make sure that we have the same value and we're not having deviations. Each and every engine is run for 30 minutes. Yeah. And we are revving it up and having a water break, which means that you get a torque and you measure the torque and different revs and make sure that the engine is producing the right amount of horsepower. This is the paint shop, and it's a robot painting, and it's based on water-based colors. So we put on first a base coat that would protect you against rust, and then a top coat on top of that. So the engines rotate twice in here. So basically you put in the pistons, you put in horn rods, you put in all of that in here, the crankshafts and so on, and you put the head on top of the engine. So when it comes out there in this U, then you have a complete base engine. This is a test cell for the heavy duty then. So this is typically what it looks like. And there's a lot of pipes and exhausts and coolants and what have you in here. So it's a lot of connections that has to be done to the engine before we can start it. At certain revs you should reach certain horsepowers or effect, if you like. It's AC controlled, so you can actually simulate whatever temperature you want. We have here about 1,200 part numbers that is picked and delivered with the order. This was introduced in 2010, and they call that the one-stop shop. Before, the customer had to order the engine from Penta and the parts from Volvo Parts. Now they get one delivery and one invoice. And this is the packing area. So here we marry the engine with the rest of the delivery.
Boating Business, Jonathan Lee reporting from Vara, Sweden.